Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everybody and welcome back to Geoguessr. We're doing a diverse world 5-minute time challenge. The reason we're doing 5 minutes is because episode 200 is coming up. And I kind of want to get some practice in. We might be going for the perfect score. Might be. The reason we might be is because I doubt we'll be able to actually do it. The only map I'm real confident in getting a perfect score probably have to be famous places. That's me being completely honest. Now, that doesn't mean it's impossible. We're at the Woodstock Center riding for the disabled Greater Murray Area Health Service Diggers Road campus. Holy fuck. I'm sure that's more than just one word. You know what I mean. So I'm definitely confident in famous places. Not so confident in a diverse world. So for the next few days, we're probably going to do like a 5 BIZ. So we're wherever BIZ is, and we are on the left-hand side of the road. So we'll hopefully be able to figure that out. But, you know, if we have 5 minutes and... Obviously, when I go for a perfect score, I'm not gonna do a time limit because there's no point in that, right? Like, the whole idea is to figure out where we are and not be timed in it. Home Country Heights, Albury's most centrally located new land release. I don't know what BIZ is. First of all, we are on the left-hand side of the road. Is there something over here? Could be, maybe? Brisbane? Nah, that's Australia. Obviously, we got a lot we gotta learn. And we only have, like, 3 days, give or take, until we actually have to do anything regarding the 200th episode. So, that is coming up. It will be taking place this week. If you guys are watching a few years after this video has been posted, we've probably fucked up. I'm just going to predict it now. But this is where it gets difficult. We got the .biz. We are on the left-hand side of the road, and everything is generally in English. Does that mean we go... And we got this city, part of Albury, which that means not much to me, but it probably should. Now, it's just a city, right? And if we are... I really want to guess Australia or New Zealand. But I don't get where the .biz comes from. Like, the only thing I can think of, .biz, I don't even think it's a country, is Brisbane. So, yeah. Fuck me, right? We gotta... Most of South Africa is left-hand side. We have England, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand. We got some flags up here. Hold on. That, even though it's a shitty image, looks kind of Australian to me, doesn't it? It could be New Zealand. So, let's go to New Zealand. I forget where Brisbane is, but I think it's okay to assume it's somewhere where we are. How do you get .biz from New Zealand? That's where the real question comes in. Now, I don't plan to use all 5 minutes every time, right? We might even do one either tomorrow or a few days from now where there is no time limit. Mainly because we can't really rush things like this. Especially if we're trying to practice for like a perfect score. Now, I need you guys to help me out as well. Because clearly, I'm fucking up right now, right? Like, I've had 5 minutes, and I haven't found shit. I have .biz. I'm just gonna random guess New Zealand, because I don't have... Yeah, okay. How? Where does that BIZ come from, first of all? I need to know that. The BIZ threw me off. Secondly, where'd you guys get a fucking Albury? Duh. I need to learn a lot fucking more. But clearly, we already failed on the perfect score. So, what do we do now? Now, we are heading south. God, I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. We're never gonna get a perfect score unless we fucking cheat or something. Radio station Taro Ground. Alright, I guess we're going to a fucking radio station. Now, over by me, where I live, there's a bunch of radio stations. We have, I mean, I think a lot of places have, you know, a bunch of radio stations. But, like, I can not necessarily walk, but it's probably like a 30-minute drive from us. It's probably one of the most popular New York radio stations. And from the outside, you would never be able to tell, besides the giant radio antenna, that it was a radio station. Like, it doesn't look like a radio station. Now, this is some island somewhere. We already saw the coast. So I'm thinking, god damn it, we don't even get to go to the radio station. I'm thinking probably an island somewhere in between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, right? That's the first step. So we already limited our search down to just a few nations. They're mostly, you know, in the middle of the world. I doubt we're in Africa, so we're going to cross off the entire continent of Africa. India is still a good guess, but, you know, I've been scolded at saying that India doesn't have Street View. So we'll cross off India, which leaves a bunch of South Pacific islands, and the Caribbean, which, obviously, if we're going for a perfect score, we're going to need to know exactly what fucking island we're on. And I can tell you right now, I don't know what fucking island we're on. I just know we're on a fucking island. Mainly because there's water right here. So it's going to be the North Shore, so we're on the North Shore that has water. There's also water to our east, and I don't know about our west because I can't see it. But we definitely got water bordering us. So that's going to cross off a bunch of things. We could be on Sri Lanka. We could be. However, it doesn't really seem like Sri Lanka. It seems way too desolate. Now, I do see the palm trees, which definitely leads credibility to the theory we're in between the tropics. And that looks like sandbars, but they could be clouds. So I don't want to necessarily say those are sandbars, which would probably mean this wouldn't be an ocean. Especially if they're that far out, so I'm going to go with shadows. Dirt road, so it's not going to be in the best. And Adamstown. That definitely sounds Australian or New Zealand-ish. I'd probably... But, like, why would it be a dirt road? That's I guess, where I'm gonna get confused. Now, South Africa, potentially, because I'm pretty sure South African was at one point an English colony, so the English language with the tropics like this, but I thought we already got rid of Africa as a whole. So then the Philippines, because the Philippines has English as a language, but why would they have an Adamstown? You see where the whole predicament comes into? Like, I'm trying to Christian's Cafe. I'm trying to be able to, based on language, based on what I would think would be logic, it might not be logic, to figure out where we are. And I'm doing fucking terrible. Holy shit. Does this have anything on it? Not really. .cu. Like, we're fucked. I'm probably gonna guess an island somewhere in the Philippines. It makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you. John Adams School, Christian's Cafe, Bounty Bay. Like, watch us be in Puerto Rico. I'd be so fucking pissed. I'm gonna go... We're over by the north. I'm gonna go by El Nido. And... we're on a little tiny fucking island that you guys somehow fucking knew about called Adamstown. Tell me how you knew about this fucking island, guys. Holy shit. I didn't even know there were islands out here. Didn't even know they fucking existed. Alright, well, we lost this one. There's no fucking way we're gonna... I'm probably gonna give up after this extreme showing. I'm gonna give up our dreams of a perfect score on any map similar to this. Because as of right now, there's no fucking way it's happening. We didn't even break 1,300 points, and we're on round 3. We're in the middle of a desert. We're on the right-hand side of the road. There is a white divided line, but that doesn't necessarily mean too much. I still could see us being in South America, and we've had locations like this, and it turns out to be Argentina. So that's definitely in the back of my mind. there's nothing here. There's no trees. There's barely any green, so it's definitely a desert. Fin restriction. It's definitely Spanish-ish. Curvy road. But the white divider line is what's getting to me, so maybe we're not in South America. Unless, of course, I'm either colorblind, which I could be, I don't actually know. Or we're maybe somewhere else. Now, we got this. Aerodromo Acceso Ruta 5. And then Ruta and Aerodromo. Which I'm pretty sure the Aerodromo is an airport, and it looks like we actually... This feels like a deja vu. Zona de Curvas. Yeah, Zona de Curves. I'm thinking Argentina. I don't know why there's a white divider line, but it's not going to throw me off too much. And Argentina has a bit of a desert down here. We're probably on this road over here, because fuck it, why not? And it's chilly. Alright, I mean, South America still works, but you guys are definitely a lot better at this than I am. And I'm going to have to resort to fucking famous places in like a 2-minute time frame. Because at least I know where famous places are. Strada Privata, that's definitely Spanish. We're on like a... This feels like the Brazilian favelas. Now, I've never actually been there. However, we just saw what looked like European Union plates. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. So then we could be between Spain and Portugal. And that guy's shirtless. I don't even want to go back and look, because I'm not a fucking creep. We got water, which looks like there's land on the other side. So it's either a river or something, but that's to our south. So even if we wanted to go over here, we would have to find a source of water to our south. Which, I mean, it could be over here, right? But I don't think that's the Strait of Gibraltar. If that's the Strait of Gibraltar, then I'm fucking stupid, because I thought it was a lot more intense than that. Which, because I've been doing so terrible, we're at 3,400 points, I'm not going to even assume that we're at the Strait of Gibraltar. But we can go that way, so why the fuck not? Especially if it's that important of a location, I'm sure there'll be some landmarks. But we're done. We're fucking done. I could do a no time limit map, but at this point, I think it's best to understand we'll never .it. So Italy, that makes sense. .eu. So we're on the southern part of Italy, which is over here, which not necessarily going to mean too much of anything, but let's see. We are going towards Granatari and Sperone. Alright, let's start over here. See if we can't find anything. Now this is Sicily, so I wouldn't be surprised. Oh god, I thought we were here. Speroni. Come on, guys. Give me fucking something. I need to make it look like I'm not that stupid. Right? Pompeii. Isn't this... Now, the volcanic eruption at Pompeii. I don't know why I thought Pompeii was an island. I couldn't tell you why I thought that, but I was convinced up until right now that Pompeii was its own island. Gosh, I'm fucking stupid. Alright, I don't even know if these are fucking town names. That's how fucking bad it is. Alright. We're gonna give up on that search. Controlo, Electron, yeah, that doesn't mean shit. We are somewhat south because the compass is telling us that this is south. And that looks like it's the edge of the water. Gosh. We fucking suck. You know what it is? I think we got ourselves so nervous about doing the perfect score that the first fuck up, it was over from there. The second we fucked up, we were done. Castania. Or Kurkurachi? Gosh. We're not gonna find shit, I can tell you that now. But it's Italy. Alright. So, we were on the island of Sicily, it looks like. Which is this island right here. But the names we were finding, you had to zoom in that fucking close. That's fucking stupid. Alright, but we still got 4,641 points. That's not terrible. It's not good. And it's nowhere near a perfect score. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think we were so convinced that we were going to practice for a perfect score that the second we fucked up as bad as we did, we knew we couldn't get the perfect score, and then it was over from there. It was fucking, we were done the second that happened. Which is terrible. It's terrible, and I do apologize, but there goes the motivation, right? We probably could get something off of this sign. We probably could get something off that. We have the Presidente. It looks kind of Spanish. But that's pretty much it. We've been getting a lot of Spanish lately. And I'm trying to figure out... We could do stuff with the beers. I gotta start learning more beers, I guess. We always seem to find an advertisement for beer in Spanish countries. But we don't understand it. Now, it does look kind of... tranquil, I guess. It seems peaceful. It doesn't seem like too much is going on here. We do have farm over here. Can we get on this? Is this like a main road? So if that's a main road, that would be pretty nice to get on. We could probably find like a sign or something. Kind of let us know exactly where we are. But we're definitely... I'm going to keep practicing. Especially off camera. Because off camera I could sit and look around for 10 hours. And nobody's going to judge me. Right? And I'm sure you guys wouldn't judge me either. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, if I really need to practice to get that perfect score, I'm gonna have to like sit here and memorize things. Okay, yeah, that's Spanish. So it's somewhere in a Spanish-speaking country. Mexico could probably be a good guess. However, we're probably not gonna guess Mexico because I'm fucking stupid. And whenever I say a country and then I change it, it's always the first country I said. Now, I don't recognize any of these beers, really. Pilsen, actually, something for the amigos. It's blurry and bright, and I can't read shit. But definitely somewhere Spanish. Now, if you guys can compile a list, your own lists, of how you figure out certain locations, whether it's you always go south, right? Or you always start off east. I don't fucking know. Just like tips and tricks. It looks like we're in the North Latitude, which would lead credibility to Mexico. I mean, leads credibility to anything north of the fucking equator. But if you guys could give me a list of tips and tricks, your own tips and tricks, don't fucking Google search it, because I could Google search it, and I'm probably going to Google search it anyway. If you can give me a list of your tips and tricks for how you guys do so well, I can compile it and use it for our effort to get a perfect score. And then you guys would be a part of that perfect score. And I'll give credit where credit is due. So if I'm using one of your tips or tricks, I will definitely say that I'm using one of your tips or tricks. Fucking word twister right there. So by all means, let me know in the comments. Again, I'll be doing practices for the next few days up until episode 200, and you will know when episode 200 is. Puesto de venta. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go in Colombia because I like Colombia. I'm gonna go outside Medellin. And we were all the way in Uruguay. Didn't see that one coming. So I mean, we fucking suck. We did fucking terrible. How did this island even become a part of Geoguessr? God damn it. If you guys have any better maps too, by all means let me know. But Deborah, it looks like you're gonna get a perfect score before I even come close. But I do hope you all enjoyed. A little bit of a longer episode, but that's what happens when we have 5-minute time frames. But I do hope to see you all next time. Have a good rest of your day. And bye-bye.